Seeing into Being is a Brahma Kumari's initiative to affirm a golden age for humanity. Current world affairs show the need for a clear, strong vision for the future. Although much of the postmodern world indulges in a dialogue of cynicism, we believe that most people really crave a beautiful new world. Through this initiative, we seek answers to these questions. Can we create our own future? Is a golden age a realistic aim or just a romantic distraction? Can large collectives affirm a positive future together? Out of the vast array of consciousness research, we will explore 4 areas that help us answer these questions. The first area is the placebo. Some researchers see the placebo as one of the most significant developments in 20th century medicine. In the fascinating placebo response, a positive belief in a remedy's efficacy triggers a healing response as effective as conventional therapy. 1 to 2/3 of all patients show marked improvement in symptoms simply by believing they were given effective treatment, even when that treatment is just a sugar pill. Researchers are now convinced that no system of the body is exempt from the placebo effect, which operates in virtually every healing encounter. Even more intriguing, the placebo is sometimes more potent than normal medicinal drugs. Beyond the central nervous system, the hormonal system, and the immune system, there are 2 other systems traditionally overlooked that must be recognized as essential to a human body's proper functioning: the healing and belief systems. Researchers argue that the 2 work together. The healing system mobilizes all of the body's resources to combat disease. The belief system often activates the healing system. The power of positive suggestion redirects the mind, and through the mind, the body, toward a positive goal. The second one is Pygmalion. In the classic Pygmalion study, teachers are told on the basis of credible information that some of their students possess exceptionally high potential while others do not. Unknown to the teachers, however, high potential students were selected at random. All student groupings have equal potential and are merely dubbed as high, regular, or low potential. As the experiment unfolds, differences quickly emerge, not from any innate intelligence factor, but solely on the teacher's manipulated expectations. Over time, subtle changes among students evolve into clear differences as the so-called high-potential students begin to significantly overshadow all others in actual achievement. Over the last 40 years, hundreds of empirical studies reveal this phenomena. These studies show how the human self changes in relation to the mental projections of others. Not only do performance levels change, but so do more deeply rooted self-conceptions. Pygmalion effects have been experimentally generated in as little time as 15 minutes and have the apparent capacity to transform the course of a lifetime. The Pygmalion study's greatest value is that it suggests the transactional basis of the human self. To understand the self as a social creation is to recognize that human beings are essentially modifiable, open to new development, and are products of the human imagination and mind. Ourselves and our future reality are made and imagined by seeing into being. The third one is cynicism. A whole series of recent studies focus on the inner dialogue of individuals, groups, organizations, and whole societies, concluding that postmodern society lives within an internal dialogue of cynicism. Especially disturbing are reports that many of our children today grow up in family settings where up to 90% of the home's internal dialogue is negative. That is, what not to do, how bad things are, what was done wrong, who is to blame. We must recognize that all human systems are conditioned by their internal dialogues. Our minds are immersed in a number of environments, family, school, church, play, and even scientific communities, that shape the way we perceive, experience, and imagine reality. We must therefore ask the question, what should we see into being in order to maximize human potential? The last research area we will explore is the effect of positive images as a dynamic force in culture. In his sweeping study of Western civilization, the Dutch sociologist Fred Polak reinforces that a positive image of the future is the single most important dynamic for understanding cultural evolution. He says the rise and fall of images of the future precedes or accompanies the rise and fall of cultures. As long as a society's image is positive and flourishing, the flower of culture is in full bloom. Once the image begins to decay and lose its vitality, however, the culture does not long survive. Of special note here, anthropologists have shown that certain tribes have actually given up and allowed themselves to die when their images of the future have become too bleak. In summary, Seeing into Being engages the remarkable human gift of being a creative agent in the construction of reality. We see what our visions allow us to see. Since we see what our imagination permits us to see, and seeing is believing, our vision for the future is potentially a game changer, depending on the strength, vitality, and force of the given vision. If we can really see into being, then what kinds of visions are we generating, and why? Can we develop or enhance a golden age for all of humanity? Seeing into Being initiative builds on the scientific discovery that our vision for the future is self-fulfilling. So, my dear viewers, what is your vision? Who will you become?